Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Tucson, Arizona, where it has been a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Beautiful day, been out walking around. I have to apologize for my Stetson hair. Yep. Lesson learned, do not put the Stetson on while the hair is still wet. This is the result when you wear it all day. I had a great day. Started off the morning. I actually signed up with the Polka Dot Powerhouse today, so that was awesome, and already getting a lot of people sending me friend requests and messages and emails, and yeah, it's crazy, but it's a great networking thing for I think it's just women only, mainly women, and I've signed up for their worldwide membership, which means I can go to any chapter meeting anywhere or do the online one. So as I travel around, actually this hair's bothering me, hang on. We're going to do a change here. Put this back on. There we go. That looks better. Oops. Totally forgot where I was. Oh yeah. So Polka Dot Powerhouse. So yes, that's a networking, big networking thing. Yeah, that's where we go. And it means that as I'm traveling around, if there's a chapter meeting in the area that I'm at, I can actually go to that chapter meeting and meet some more people. So it's a great way for me to force myself to get out and go meet people as well as just meeting. So it's different people. Instead of just meeting those in the campgrounds, I can go out and meet people in the local areas as well. So I'm really, really excited about that. So I got that done first thing this morning. Then it was off to Pima Air and Space Museum. It was phenomenal. I had an awesome time there. The only part I didn't get to see was the space portion of the museum, because that hangar is closed because they're doing a humongous refurbish, rebuild, remodel of everything inside, and it's meant to be opening, I think they said in about a month or so. I can't remember. But it was awesome. You can go outside. They had these great displays. They had civilian aircraft there. They had military aircraft there. They had 3 hangars of warbirds. Yes, 3 hangars that were full of warbirds. They have the big first main hangar, which had civilian and military, and it had a little thing called the Bumblebee. And the Bumblebee is the smallest aircraft, and it was purpose-built to be the smallest aircraft. And I will post a picture of it later. I haven't posted all my pictures yet. So, hey, kia ora, Casey. I saw a calendar that you would like today. Well, I'm not sure that you would do it. It was called Unicorn Yoga. Different move for each month. It was hilarious. But anyway, so back to Pima. So I ended up doing the trolley tour that takes you around. It's about 45 minutes, and they drive you around in the trolley and stuff. And you've got somebody who's narrating. They stop you at different aircraft, tell you the history behind the aircraft. Some of the aircraft, they will tell you who was the last person who flew it and something about that pilot. They had this one where they had literally taken the top off it, and I can't remember what type it was, but they literally taken the top of it and put this big balloon thing on top. It was massive, and the whole front area opens and goes around to the left, and so the pilots are sitting in their cockpit looking down the left-hand side of the plane while the plane's being loaded with all of these heavy whatevers, machineries, tanks, helicopters, whatever. It was a big commercial cargo carrier thing. It was amazing. But they had all the outside area is split up into different areas, and I didn't really want to go walking a lot on it because it was all uneven ground. And so I did the trolley tour. I actually videotaped it. So when my phone gets some charge in, because I ran my battery flat today, that's how much I was taking photographs and videos and everything. So when I get that done, I'm actually going to upload it to YouTube because it is a 45-minute video. So I will let you guys know when that is uploaded. So I did that first, got there in time for the next trolley ride. And some of the planes were just amazing, and some of their history and stuff was like, wow. But I did learn that the Pima the Pima Air and Space Museum is the third largest in the United States. Number one, of course, is the Smithsonian, one that's in DC there. And then number two is the Air Force Museum. I think it's in Colorado. I think that's where they said it was. And number three is Pima, but they say Pima is very rapidly gaining on the Air Force Museum one. So they may knock the Air Force Museum out of second place into third. But the Pima also is also the same outfit that runs the Titan missile silo. So the guy, before I started the video, was just going through the housekeeping stuff, and he was telling us about the trip down to the missile silo and all that. So now I'm even more curious to go see it. Won't be able to do it tomorrow. Got my mastermind group tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. And I promise not to be wearing my Stetson tomorrow because I don't want to have hat hair again. Or Stetson hair. Yeah. It's bad. But yeah, I wore my Stetson all day today. We're outside a lot in the thing, and they dropped us off at the B-17 hangar. They just have this one hangar. The only plane in there was this B-17 bomber, and they had all these different little displays around it, all around the 390th. The 305th. I have photos. I will post the photos. But what amazed me is that the guy that hangs in the little turret thing underneath, they can't be any taller than 5'10", and the guy's basically curled up in a ball, firing these guns as they're flying, and he's basically hanging underneath the outside of the plane. It was sort of like, man, that would be cramped in there. I mean, I'm 5'4", and I'm looking inside this thing going, yeah, no. There's no way I'm getting in there. So did that, and then did the short walk back to the main hangar, walked around the main hangar a little bit. And if you recall, I told everybody that I'm reading this book right now, The Red Metal by Mark Rennie, as part of my book club thing. And one of the planes that they use in there, that they highlight in there, is the A-10 Thunderbolt, and they actually had one there. It's also known as a Warthog, and they had one on the static display as well, so I actually got to see one rather than just seeing the pictures of it online. So that was kind of cool as well. And then I walked over to my it says it's trying to reconnect. Come on, I don't have my phone on. Do you guys still hear me, see me? Please type in the chat thing. I wonder if my thingamybox expired.